Hello, I'm Normal Player Guy, and you're my lovely audience. And here's an interesting video. Here's a timeline, like an alternate timeline kind of deal. So at the moment we have Super Saiyan God, right? So he is fantastic Saiyan Day. So not at all wrong at all. Absolutely broken unit, dodges, guards, like additional super attacks. It's just broken, right? But some could out wonder, what if we just had if you were like me, you'd have been wondering, why didn't we get like a celebration where the past one's easy aid? We have some old same day units that are probably due for an easy aid at some point, because usually they haven't been quite as focused as this. We've got 9 easy A's coming in this time round. And now we'll just have a quick look back over the past few Saiyan Day celebrations, and we'll just see like some of these like really old now. We're just trying to see how it stacks in comparison, and as an alternate timeline, should we have not just had a Saiyan Day where some of these start to get awakened, become now meta relevant? So this was last year's Easy 8, right? This was Int Margin Vegeta, a very solid unit, very good unit. You kind of need to have a Trunks on the team in order to trigger some more damage reduction, but absolutely solid, right? So I mean, we check out. So when we had this unit, this was the STR Super Saiyan Go 10 and Trunks, and they came out as a great banner unit. They're okay, they're pretty reasonable. But yeah, so we'll just check out some of the contents that we had. For global, yes, this came out. So we had this free to play. The units came out, and I believe the Easy A came out precisely in time for this, which was really nice. Was there any other new Dragon Ball history? Was great. Blue Vegeta finally got his Easy A. He was one of the most, but I mean, we're just checking out. It's just like one Easy A. He was a big one, and still is fantastic. We've got the new Super Battle Road or Extreme Super Battle Road, but that was it. Last year we had one Easy A few Dragon Ball history missions. There was another. There was technically there were two. There was this Easy A area for these, right? So there were two Easy A's, but of course now that was last year. Compared to now, we got nine, and one of them is an LR. It's ridiculous. Now, I'm not saying this unit in particular needed to get his Easy A. He's only just come out last year, but I mean, he's a very solid unit. But we could have had something else along the lines of some of the other ones. We go back 2 years, and 2 years now is Broly. This actually surprised me. Imp Broly. Now, again, is he due for an Easy A? No, absolutely not. But we'll check out the celebration. Yeah, you still get plenty of stones, right? That's not a problem. Yeah, and the movie hero support, or the banner unit, was STR Trunks. He does awaken to Super Saiyan. Again, great. Not bad, actually. You kind of need a youth Gohan, or is it teen Gohan on alongside, but great. Planetary Destruction came out. There was a new event, new Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball history, Easy A area for these three. So already the Easy A area beats last year's, and this was 2 years ago. And then of course, what Easy A's were there? Oh yeah, previous Saiyan Day units all came out, right? Bardock's in there, Broly's in there, so. Yeah, no problem there. Should we check out the Easy A's? 2 years ago, we had more. This was the STR, this was the physical, and this was the Super Saiyan 3. That was the reopening of them, right? So here we have now, so like the LR Broly, was it LR Broly? LR Broly was the main EZA that we had. He was big. That was 2 years ago. And then last year we just had the we just had the GT duo, right? Fantastic. But yeah, Broly, one of the best Easy A's going, right? Absolutely insane. But yeah, everything else just reopens. So we're only going to get just a couple of Easy A's per. So what we had last year, as I say, what was it? Last year we had these, and we had Blue Vegeta. 2 years ago we had LR Broly and this Easy A area, and a bunch of these Brolys came out as well. So I mean, already you could probably argue that 2 years ago was better, but then shall we go back 3 years ago? And from now onwards, this alternate timeline video will probably suggest that perhaps Saiyan Day should have been a collaboration of all the other Saiyan Days to make them good, right? Because we've had a few Saiyan Days. 3 years ago, so 2020, came birth off AGL Bardock, right? AGL Bardock came out. I mean, solid enough unit, right? Came out with Raditz, so Tech Raditz. Hey, he's actually pretty decent. Comparing to his physical one, the physical one's going to hit more harder, but honestly, this guy has a lot more versatility. With his stun on attack chances and his stun on super attack chances. I mean, especially against a Goku or a Namekian. I mean, that really is great. But I know he's pretty solid. AGL Bardock, great when he came out, guaranteed crits against the Wicked Bloodline, stacks, right? So great, but he's not that impressive anymore. So he definitely needs an easy A. By the way, he's the only other revenge. He's the revenge leader, and it's only like a 130. It is terrible. I believe like attack and defense are like 170, but his HP is like 130. It's not great. But I mean, he could definitely could do with an easy A. In fact, hell, even Raditz could as well. I mean, so there are already two Saiyans that could have it. We check out the Easy A's from 3 years ago. Seems to be a Super Battle Road stage comes out. That's not a problem. Let's see. So there were no Easy A's 3 years ago. Wow. Okay. So that's. Are you kidding me? Or this might have been. I mean, they were around since then. Easy A's have been around since then. I'll arguably they've done quite a lot in the past few years. But yes, so sure, AGL Bardock, Tech Raditz, we already have more units that you can have onto here that can easy A new Super Battle Road stages. And you'll notice there's no Infinite History. I'm not too sure if Infinite History actually even existed about this time 3 years ago. But yeah, it's about time this guy, because like we've just had a Bardock celebration, and it was just before the Saiyan Day. And there wasn't, I suppose you could call it an outside chance that it all kind of fell into line, right? Global will just have the Bardock celebration just in time for Saiyan Day, and hey, Bardock also has it, but we'll see. And then 4 years ago, 4 years ago was physical transforming Vegeta. Ridiculous, right? At this point, Easy Eggs have barely been a thing. Infinite History had barely been a thing. So we are just beginning to just come into terms of what the game can do. The game really steps up. This guy can be great, right? We even have the banner unit, which is the int Vegeta, right? He has guaranteed crits against an android. Do you know how powerful that could be in the more recent red zone stages? Right, you got the Android red zone stages. Give him an easy A. Oof, those guaranteed crits are going to be ridiculous. Transforming Vegeta, like it, I suppose there's an outside chance that he could have an easy A as it's Realm of Gods based, with the current celebration. But come on, the guy's 4 years old. Between the past 3 and 4 years old, we've got Bardock, we've got Raditz, we have the two Vegetas. There's plenty of units that could have an easy A. Interesting. So he hasn't had an easy A, but he's a free to play unit. The main proper unit, the STR, Vegeta, and Bulma, right? He's having an easy A within the next few days. I'm surprised. It's kind of interesting. This AGL one, which is basically the exact same but free to play, is not having it. And we check it out again. These are the brand. These are the easy A's that will come out, and these were the first few easy A's that came out. But do we actually have any new ones? Okay, so wow, that's how old it is. These are the. That's it. I mean, they've had an easy A, fair enough. Um, Again, this is probably the closest. I mean, if any unit was to have an easy A anytime soon, it's probably going to be transforming Vegeta, right? But again, we've got transforming Vegeta. We have the other Vegeta who's good against androids, would be super relevant in against certain red zone stages. I mean, even what the movie hero red zone stage, Super 13 would be an android. He could really help out on that. We have Bardock, we have Raditz. Well, I'm not saying the likes of Broly and the likes of the Margin Vegeta are going to need one. They're probably not. But I mean, we've gone from having an LR EZA and maybe an EZA area, arguably 2 years ago was better than last year. I mean, this unit in particular, I would argue is better than Broly, but I mean, this year was a huge step up. We have 9 EZAs. One of them's an LR EZA. Yes, there's a few EZA areas. In terms of actual stones, there's not going to be that much because three of them are going to be like sub EZAs. One of them is a couple of them will be an EZA area. There's only realistically there's the LR EZA. There might be a main hype unit, but you're just going to get like 50 stones at best between a lot of them on missions, and that includes the 30 you're going to get from LR Beerus and Weiss. So, I mean, it's a great celebration what we have now, but one can't help but wonder what would it have been like if we had some of the past ones kick in. Because I mean, they are beginning. I mean, the way it's shaping up now, if they're speeding up EZAs, one would like to think that they will probably do that. I mean, otherwise, when is Bardock going to have his EZA for revenge, right? Well, and when is transforming Vegeta, who is a Mega Saiyan Day unit at the time, going to come in? Like this one in particular, these two, the amount of relevance they could have. I mean, the counterparts, was it Transforming Goku? Transforming Goku's older than this guy. I think he's a year older than this guy, and he's had his EZA by now, and he reduces damage. Then there's Transforming Frieza, who heals. I mean, what could this guy do? Could this guy have like additional attacks? Is this guy going to have crits or dodges built in? Who knows? But I mean, like, this one is probably one of the more heavily requested EZAs going. Outside of this, I mean, this will not happen. When are we going to get another Bardock celebration to trigger these EZAs? They're 3 years old, and this is 4 years old in respective, and there are older units want more random EZAs just slapped into random events. So it's one for thought. It's a penny for your thought. So Saiyan Day is it's they're great. I'll be honest, it's kind of a bit of a meme celebration. The only reason it's a celebration is because Saiyan in Japan is very much like whatever these, like the 3rd of March in whatever their language is. It's very much like that. But ultimately, altogether, it's not a proper celebration. It's only going to go on for at most 2 weeks, which is kind of a stretch for this, considering it's just a Saiyan Day. I mean, honestly, you could probably put everything into a week, but it's just food for thought. At some point, some of you will probably agree with me. Why haven't these come around? And even if the existing celebration, which appears to be Movie Hero Realm of Gods, why just aren't they in this? Because it's Saiyan Day relevant. And again, why isn't he in it? Because it's Saiyan Day relevant, Realm of Gods. But okay, well, that's going to be it for this video. It's going to be a penny for your thought, and let me know what you think. Do you agree with me? I mean, these have got to be one of the most requested EZAs, right? But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I've been Normal Player Guy, and you've been lovely, silly sausages, and I'll catch you all next time. Thank you.